Hello, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. Today, we are going to be going through all of the products that I have finished up. I want to say in the last 6 months. It could be longer. It could be closer to 9 months at this point, but I have a ton of skincare that I've gone through. I have some makeup, I have some hair care, I have some body care. So we're going to go through these. I'm going to kind of share some small speed reviews and kind of share whether I would purchase these again or not. Let's get into it because I have over 40 products to share. So right on the top of my pile, I finished up 2 of the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Hydration Revival Cleansers. I did get one of these in, I think, a mystery box toward the end of last year, and I ended up falling so much in love with this cleanser. I just think it's really, really beautiful. It's so creamy. It hydrates my skin, but also gets it really clean. It never makes my skin feel stripped or dry or uncomfortable. I do have dry skin. I live in Canada, so the winters can be really tough on my skin, and this just never ever made my skin feel stripped. So that is so important and kind of hard to find in a cleanser sometimes. So I've just absolutely loved these. I think they do such a good job and my skin really loves them. So one I got in a mystery box, I repurchased, and I have already repurchased another one that I'm working on right now. So 100% will repurchase these every single time. I did finish up from Tatcha the Rice Wash. This is their soft cream cleanser. I do love this too. It's just so expensive. This is really, really nice. It almost kind of exfoliates. It's got like these little rice beads in here that I can tell are really doing a great job to clean my skin, and my skin always feels so incredibly soft whenever I've used this. I would repurchase this. It's just, I've been loving the Charlotte Tilbury, and somehow it's a lot less expensive than the Tatcha. So I'm not going to repurchase this right now, but if I get sick of my Charlotte Tilbury, I might consider it. I have gone through 3 tubs of my Pharmacy Green Clean Makeup Melt Away Cleansing Balm. 2 of these are in the Honey Vanilla Clean, and 1 of these is in the original. These have now been repackaged and I think reformulated, so I still have to try the new formula. These get my skin cleaner than anything else. They break down the makeup beautifully. I like to pick up a little bit, emulsify it between my hands, and then apply it to my face, and absolutely nothing melts off my makeup better than these. I'm actually using one from a different brand right now, and I hate it. So I'm really, really missing this, and these are the best of the best if you're looking for something to break down the makeup, get rid of the makeup, and just get your skin really clean. And then I usually follow it with the Charlotte Tilbury, and I love that combination so much. Another cleanser, this is from Mad Skincare. This is their Delicate Skin Cleansing Gel. I must have got this in a FabFitFun or something a while ago. This was fine. This was a very, very liquidy formula. It's like a gel, but it's a very liquidy gel. But I felt like it did a really nice job. I kind of kept this one in the shower, and I felt like it did a nice job, but it didn't do anything special. Like, the Charlotte Tilbury feels like it's hydrating and nourishing my skin. This cleaned my skin, but like I just didn't feel like anything special, so I wouldn't go out of my way to purchase this. I don't even know where I would purchase this brand, to be honest. 3 more cleansers. The first one is from Juviance. I think this might be a Canadian brand. I'm not 100% sure, but this is their 4-in-1 cleansing gel. This is also like a very milky sort of cleanser. This one was actually really, really nice as well. I love the pump. Love a pump on a cleanser. I think this did a really nice job of sort of getting any residual makeup off my face, helping my skin feel clean but not stripped. I think it did a really nice job. I like the Charlotte Tilbury more, but I definitely would consider this as well because it did feel really nice on the skin. It does say it's for normal to combo skin, but it worked very well for me. I did finish up a mini of the Skin Fix Barrier Plus Foaming Oil Cleanser. This is supposed to be a hydrating cleanser as well. This one was also like a very milky, creamy kind of cleanser. I actually really like this too. I do love the Barrier Plus Moisturizer. That one is so, so lovely. This one was really, really nice. I would consider purchasing this if I couldn't get my Charlotte Tilbury, but I do think this is a really nice formula. Cleaned my skin, felt comfortable. I don't think I ever felt like it stripped my skin either. And because it is a bit of an oil cleanser, I felt like it really did help to break down any residual makeup. So I do think this is a really good one. I'm not going to repurchase it right now because I am just locked in on the Charlotte Tilbury, but I do think this is a great option if I was looking for a new one. And I think the last cleanser I have is from Hamish. This is their Matcha Biome Perfect Cleansing Oil. Now this one was actually sent to me and I wanted to love it, but I just can't. This one does come in a pump, which I love. I like the bottle on this one. So thinking that this was an oil cleanser, I thought that this would end up doing a really, really nice job helping to break down makeup and get any residual makeup off my face. I felt like it never did anything in that regard, and all it ended up doing was making a bigger mess out of my mascara than anything. So I really didn't like it as a cleanser. What I ended up using it for was a shave oil because I didn't want to waste it, but I couldn't stand it as a face cleanser. So I used it as a shaving oil and it worked very well for that, but I would not go out and purchase this one. An eye cream that I finished up, this is from Dermalect. I think this might have been a BoxyCharm or something. This is their Revitalite Eyelid and Dark Circle Corrector. This was really nice. This is like a very thick cream. I felt like it was very hydrating. I absolutely loved the metal tip applicator on this one. It felt very cooling, very comfortable. This was a really, really nice hydrating under eye cream. I would absolutely consider repurchasing this one. I'm working through some others right now, so I'm not going to repurchase it right away, but this is definitely one I would consider. Next, I have a retinol. This is from Paula's Choice. This one was also sent to me, but this one I would absolutely repurchase. This is their 1% retinol with peptides and vitamin C. This comes in a pump. This was easily the best retinol I have ever tried. I always pair this with my Pharmacy Niacinamide Night Mask, and the two of them together, when I was using this, I actually noticed my skin texture improving, and my skin was actually glowier and just more alive when I started really, really using this seriously for about 3 months. I felt like my skin was looking its best, and then my skin started looking so good and then I ran out. This is really, really pricey, but I would consider repurchasing this. I have a couple of others that I am working through, but if you are looking for a good retinol, I unfortunately do think this is probably the best one I've ever tried, unfortunately. So I just loved what it did for my skin. I felt like it was brightening. I felt like my skin was glowier. It was more even. It was smoother to the touch. This is just a really solid retinol. A retinol that I haven't finished and I don't like, I think is one that I got from a FabFitFun. This is from Sunday Riley, and this is the Luna Sleeping Night Oil. So this is like a blue oil that has retinol, and I just don't like this at all. This made my skin break out so much. I thought I would like this. I like that it comes in a little dropper. I thought that was a nice touch, but this made me break out so badly, and for that reason I am not going to continue even trying to use this because I just really don't like it and it makes me feel worse than anything. I switched to the Elizabeth Arden retinol capsules and I love those, but this is not the one for me. From Tower 28, we have the Daily Rescue Facial Spray. This is phenomenal. This is hypochlorous acid. This is nice because you can spray this on your face after cleansing and then go in with your skincare. This is supposed to reduce any sort of hyperpigmentation, any redness, any irritation on your face, but also kind of prevent any further breakouts or bacteria. It just kind of kills everything bad on your face. This is actually really nice, and having a hypochlorous acid in my routine, I have noticed a very significant difference in my skin, but I have found one from Amazon that kind of does the same thing and it's a lot more affordable. So I would not repurchase this one, but I do love it and I highly recommend adding a hypochlorous acid into your routine if you struggle with breakouts, whether it be periodically or regularly. I do recommend this. Oh, a cleanser I missed earlier is from Grown Alchemist. This is just a little mini. This is the Gentle Gel Facial Cleanser. I love this. This smells like oranges. It is a gel cleanser, but I felt like it did a really, really nice job helping to get my skin super clean. I wouldn't repurchase it because it is really expensive and I'm locked in on the Charlotte Tilbury, but this is a really nice one. If you're looking for that luxury kind of feeling in a cleanser, this will definitely give it to you, and I love the citrus scent of this. From Pharmacy, my 10% niacinamide face mask. I've already repurchased it. I love this. I don't do retinol without putting this on top. This is just absolutely fantastic. Ever since I've had this in my routine, I have never once dealt with any sort of retinol irritation. Niacinamide does pair very, very well with retinol, so for that reason, I always love to top my retinol with a niacinamide. Every time I use this night mask on top of my retinol, the next morning my skin is so glowy. It looks so smooth and hydrated. I absolutely love this. I have gone through several jars of this night mask. It's just my absolute favorite, and I will never use a retinol without putting this on top. I finished a couple minis of my Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. This one was a little sample. This one I think I got in a mystery box. I do love her Magic Cream. It's not my favorite because I feel like it leaves a little bit of a film on my hands when I apply it, which is not really a problem, but it annoys me enough that I don't like to use it for that reason. But I do love how deeply nourishing and hydrating this is. I do think it's an excellent skin prep hydrator if that's what you're looking for. And her bottles are, of course, second to none. They're so beautiful. From Pharmacy, this is their Honey Halo. I think this one came in a little birthday set, maybe from last year. This is a really nice night cream. So I use this as a night mask. I find it to be a little bit too thick and rich as a day cream, but before bed, this is so good. So I have my retinol nights where I'll do a retinol and then my niacinamide mask, and then the next night is usually whatever other serums that I'm using at the time, plus a nice thick hydrator, and this was so good. It smells really good. If you like the scent of honey, you would really like this. It's just very thick and hydrating, and my skin really love this. I would definitely consider repurchasing. From Lancome, this is their high performance anti-aging cream. This is also just a really nice, very easy, simple hydrator. This is of course a mini. I do love Lancome skincare. I think they have some of the best skincare on the market. I love this. This is a great daily moisturizer. It doesn't leave a weird film on my fingers, but it's like a nice light cream that is not too heavy. It never reacts poorly to my makeup. It never makes my makeup pill. It just gives me that nice level of hydration, and I think it's beautiful. I don't think it's memorable enough to run out and repurchase. I have some others that I love, like the Skin Fix. I'm also really loving one from Verse right now. I think they're great. So I'm not going to run out and repurchase this, but I do think this is a really, really nice moisturizer if you're looking for a nice daily hydrator. Another Lancome skincare product is their Advanced Genifique Youth Activating Serum. This is one of the absolute best skincare serums on the market. This does so much. My skin is always in its best shape whenever I'm using this. I haven't been using it for a while. I have a bottle of it. I'm just not using it because I'm afraid to run out of it, which is ridiculous. But I haven't been using it and I've been missing it, and my skin has really been acting up lately, so I think I need to put this back in. I find when this is in my routine, I use it in the morning, and I find that my skin is more even in terms of tone and texture. It's more hydrated, it's more comfortable, it just overall looks better. So I really do need to get this back in my routine right away, and I think this is easily one of the most effective serums I've ever tried. I did finish up a lash serum that I desperately need to repurchase. This is from Sweet. This is their Pro Eyelash Serum. They did send this to me, and this is one of those that they say check after 6 weeks. That's when you'll notice the progress. And this is one that does not contain any prostaglandins. This is also a little bit more gentle, I feel like, compared to some lash serums. I don't know if this makes your lashes come in as thick, but they will get so long. And how I kind of describe this, and like I said, they tell you 6 weeks. For me, 3 months was kind of the magic point, and I felt like I randomly woke up one day and all of a sudden I had the longest lashes. My lashes looked so long that even my husband commented. So I know if he's commenting on the length of my lashes, that is pretty noticeable. This man is so sweet and complimentary. He compliments my hair, my outfits, my makeup, everything, but he has never specifically commented on my lashes. But he did when I was consistently using this, and all of a sudden my lashes were giant. So I absolutely love this, and it's so gentle. It never irritated my lash line. I find some lash serums can sort of just irritate that lash line, and I've got to take a break from them. This never did that. It's just so good, and I absolutely need to repurchase it like right away. My Hero Mighty Patches, I love these. These I love for when I have an active breakout. I'll put these on before bed, and I do kind of feel like it makes the breakout smaller when I wake up. It doesn't make it magically disappear, sadly, but it does make it a lot smaller. These are the hydrocolloid patches, and I do feel like they are very, very effective. And when I'm working from home and I don't have any meetings, I will also pop one on during the day because at the very least it keeps me from touching the breakouts. My favorite though has to be the Mighty Patch Micro Point. These are amazing. So these do have little micro darts in each patch. So when you actually put them on a spot, you can kind of feel the little micro needles. And these are for when you can kind of feel a breakout coming. You can maybe see the red spot, but it hasn't fully formed yet. If you put these on, this will stop the breakout in its tracks. Every time. These are so good. If you only want to go with one set, I would highly recommend the Micro Point. These are nice, but the Micro Point patches are just magic. Whenever I get one of those bumps and I can just see something is coming, I get one of these on it right away. And these actually do stop my breakouts in their tracks. Because it gets to it before it becomes an issue, I always buy multiple packs of these at once. They only ever come with 8 in a pack, but I always stock up on these. 3 body care items. I finished up the Dove Sensitive Skin Hypoallergenic Body Wash. This is so nice. I used to be very loyal to the Bath & Body Works body washes, like a lot of us, but I did eventually figure out how much they dry out my skin because of the high fragrance level. So I ended up using this one and my skin was so hydrated, so soft, so comfortable. I never had the super itchy feeling skin after a shower. My skin just felt super hydrated. So I would 100% repurchase this. And this is the one for sensitive skin, but it just makes my skin feel so intensely hydrated and comfortable. I did repurchase another Dove body wash. I don't think it's as nice as this, but it's definitely a lot nicer on my skin than the Bath & Body Works. So I would rather, I think, skip the fragrance from my body washes and just get that from my body lotions and just have a really nice, hydrating, comfortable body wash. So this one from Dove is so nice and so affordable because it's Dove. But this is the nicest one and my skin felt unbelievable when I used this. I also finished up from Rare Beauty the Fine Comfort Gentle Exfoliating Body Wash. This was just okay. I didn't love that it was an exfoliating body wash because I use different products for exfoliation, so I just didn't find I needed that. I just found it a little bit rough, and the scent to me was just okay. I heard a lot of people swearing how good this smelled, so that's part of why I purchased it, but it was just okay, in my opinion. The bottle's really nice. I think it looked really nice in my shower, but other than that, that was kind of it. I was more than happy to go back to my Dove body wash. And my favorite shave oil is from Tree Hut. This is in the watermelon scent. I like this one for the summer. I don't think you need to purchase a shave oil or a shave cream. You can use other products for that. You can even use your hydrating body wash if you want. But I do love a good shave oil. I just feel like it really deeply hydrates my skin while I'm shaving and it just feels really nice. And the ones from the Tree Hut smell so, so good. So I love these. I currently have one of these in my shower. I will continue to repurchase these over and over. The watermelon scent I love for summer, but the Tropic Glow, the one that's like a dupe for the Sol de Janeiro, is definitely my favorite. Okay, so getting into hair care and then we'll get into the makeup. So first off, I have from Amika, this is the Cure shampoo and conditioner. This was, of course, a birthday set. I actually really, really like these. My hair felt so soft and silky whenever I used these. I really enjoyed these and I would consider repurchasing. I think Amika is probably one of my favorite high-end hair care brands because I do typically love their products and I really did enjoy these. I have been very much in love with the Dove Intensive Repair line. I have been following the Abby Young method for a while and I do think it's doing wonders for my hair. So I am sticking with that and I'm really loving the one from Dove right now. One product from Amika I will definitely be repurchasing is the Cure Intense Strength Repair Mask. Now this is really nice. So I like to shampoo and condition and then go in with this. You don't need to condition if you're going in with something like this, but I like to. I just like that double hydration. If your hair can handle that, I do recommend. This just makes my hair so soft and silky without weighing it down. I am someone who, of course, colors my hair. I also heat style it, so I like something that is going to help prevent and repair damage. There's only so much you can do for repairs, but helping to prevent further damage is key. But I feel like this really does lessen the damage that I can create. I do try to be very careful. I try to use all of the things, but something like this, I feel like is like a drink of water for my hair and makes it feel so much more healthy. So I do love this and I would certainly consider repurchasing. I do have 2 mini K18 leave-in molecular repair masks. When I first tried this product, I didn't actually like it very much, and thanks to Abby Young, I do now. So when this first came out, they kind of advertised this as you're supposed to shampoo your hair and then skip conditioner, then apply this, leave it for 4 minutes, and then go about your day. And my hair felt like absolute straw when I did that. It was kind of awful. I hated it. I was like, I don't know how that's repairing my hair, and even if it is, I don't care because my hair feels terrible when I don't use conditioner. So thanks to Abby Young, we all now know that you can use this with conditioner, but you have to shampoo and then sort of get the excess water out of your hair, apply this, wait 4 minutes, and then you can go in with your conditioner. And that's how I've been using this ever since, and it's so good. It is so, so good. And when I am using this consistently, I am noticing less split ends, less damage, less breakage. My hair is naturally longer than it's been in quite a while. My blowout is a little bit tighter today than I intended, so it's looking a little bit short, but my hair is longer and fuller than it's been in a really long time. That is partially because I'm not bleaching it anymore, but this I do think definitely had an impact, and I will absolutely be repurchasing one of these. From Moroccan Oil, their Perfect Defense Heat Protectant. This I really like. I think this does a really, really nice job with heat protection. It also smells really good. I love the dry aerosol for styling my hair between washes. I think that's an essential in my routine. I think this adds a little bit more texture to my hair than I would like. It is very lightweight, but I don't feel like my hair feels as soft as I like for it to. So if I couldn't find my favorite aerosol heat protectant, I would purchase this. It's a good one. It's not my tippy top favorite, but it is a really, really nice one. I've been using the one from Living Proof, and I think that's the only one that doesn't add any weight or texture to my hair. And I think my hair feels just as soft when I use it and styled than before I styled. So I think that the Living Proof is definitely my favorite, but a very, very close second is definitely this one from IGK. This is the Good Behavior Spirulina Protein Smoothing Spray. This is a keratin-like treatment in a can. This has 24-hour frizz control and heat protection. This is really nice if you like your hair very, very smooth and silky. Now this made my hair so incredibly smooth, shiny, silky. I feel like this could contribute to my hair looking a little bit oily if I'm not careful, if I accidentally got it close to the root, but as long as I kept it away from the root, I felt like this made my hair look so good, so silky, shiny, smooth, all of the things that I love. And it felt just as smooth after I heat styled as before. And my hair always looked phenomenal when I used this. So I would 100% consider repurchasing this. I would say the Living Proof is my top favorite heat aerosol, followed by this and then probably the Moroccan Oil. I would say that's kind of my ranking in that regard. From Amika, I have their Reset Clarifying Gel Shampoo. This is probably one of the products from Amika that I don't feel like does anything. This is supposed to be like a deep clean shampoo, so every other wash or every third wash, depending on what I've been putting in my hair, I like to go in with a deep cleaning shampoo. I thought this was pretty good, and then I used the one from Pantene, and now I don't feel like it is anymore because I feel like the Pantene does so much more and kind of leaves everything feeling almost squeaky clean when I use it, whereas this didn't give me that effect. So I think this was nice. I kind of like the applicator on this one. It's in a tin bottle, but then it has this sort of pump and it is just a gel. It was fine. It just didn't do as much as some others, so I definitely wouldn't repurchase this. I don't hate this one, but I wouldn't repurchase it. From Schwarzkopf, I have their Stronghold Freeze Hairspray. This I would repurchase, but I'm currently trying out the one from L'Oreal, the El Net, which apparently everyone and their grandma has tried, just I have not yet. I have recently started using that one, and it really does have incredible hold, and my hair is also still very, very touchable. So I'm really enjoying that one. I just can't stand the scent. So I know they have a scent-free version. I do need to try that, and I fully plan to after I finish up the El Net. So I'm not going to repurchase this one right away, but I certainly will if for whatever reason I can't find the El Net. This has a really nice strong hold. It doesn't have an offensive fragrance to it. It's just a really, really nice hairspray, and it doesn't make my hair hard or crunchy. It's actually very, very similar to the El Net without the fragrance. So I do love this. I would 100% consider repurchasing, just not right now because I am really enjoying the L'Oreal. From Lolavie, I have the Restorative Shampoo. I really did like this. This is just like a really soft, very gentle shampoo. I felt like this did a really nice job with my hair. However, within the last few months, I've been using the Dove Intensive Repair shampoo, and I like that one because I feel like it's also hydrating my hair at the same time, so I just feel like it's doing a little bit more. So for that reason, I'm not going to repurchase this one right now. I certainly would consider it in the future, but I've just been really enjoying the Dove, and it's $6. I like this, but I'm not going to repurchase it right now because I have found something I like more. Something from Lolavie I will 110% repurchase is the Glossing Detangler. I love this so much. This makes my hair so glossy and shiny, as it might suggest. My hair isn't nearly as tangly as it used to be because it's a lot healthier. So this is a multitasking lightweight spray that helps detangle, prime with a thermal shield, enhance shine, smooth, and protect against damage. So this can just be in place of your leave-in conditioner. I still like to use my other leave-in conditioners. There's one from Pantene I love. There's one from L'Oreal, Pureology. They all have really, really nice ones, and I really enjoy those. I like to combine them because I feel like those ones deeply hydrate my hair, but this one adds the gloss. So I like to kind of spray this on, detangle, and then I'll also go in with my other leave-in just to kind of get my max benefits, and I feel like that really does that. My hair looks so incredibly shiny when I use this. I absolutely love it. I have already repurchased. Another hair product I was heavily influenced by Abby Young is the Apres Bond Repair Concentrate. Now, when you first purchase this, you do get a continuous mist bottle, and you get 2 of these, and then after that you just need to buy these refills. So what you do is you put one of these vials into the continuous mist bottle, fill it up the rest of the way with water, and that is your product. And then you just use that until it's empty, and then you get another one of these concentrate bottles again. Now I've gone through 4 of these, and I love this treatment so much. So this is a pre-wash bond repair. So what you want to do is before you wash your hair, you can do it 10 minutes before you wash your hair, or you can do it the night before if you want to. This is one of those where you're going to fully spray and saturate your hair with the mister bottle, and your hair should look pretty wet by the time you're done, and you just evenly coat everything, and then you just wait 10 minutes or sleep on it overnight, whatever you want to do, and then you wash your hair. And you can do this treatment 10 minutes before you wash your hair, or you can do it the night before. You always want to do it before a wash, otherwise your hair is going to look terrible. I did notice some reviews on Amazon of people saying this made my hair look terrible and greasy. Yes, because you're supposed to wash your hair after you do it. But this is such an amazing product. This is a very unique product. There are no other pre-wash bond repair treatments that I know of except for this. And I feel like since I've started incorporating this into my wash day routine, I feel like my hair has gotten longer, it's gotten stronger, it's gotten fuller. I just feel overall in general like it looks less damaged. I'm getting less breakage, less split ends. I do think that adding this in always results in a very good hair day after I wash my hair. Somehow I've been filming this video so long that my camera keeps dying. So if I am constantly in a different position, that's why. The next hair care product I finished up is from Schwarzkopf. This is the Osis Plus Smooth and Shine Glow Serum. This I finished up and didn't think I was going to repurchase, but I missed it so much I ended up repurchasing it. So this is just kind of like a serum that you can put in on dry or damp hair. It has frizz control and shine serum, so my hair always looks shiny whenever I use this as well. And I do like my hair shiny, in case that hasn't been obvious. I actually love this. This just comes in a pump. It's very, very lightweight, very smooth. And I ended up purchasing this because my hairstylist uses a lot of Schwarzkopf products. So I ended up purchasing this after she used it on my hair, and I absolutely loved it. It just makes my hair feel very soft and smooth and of course shiny, but I love using this after I've styled my hair. Like after you're done blow drying and everything, sometimes your hair can have a little bit of a frizz to it. This will tone down any of that, and this will just kind of smooth everything and just make it look finished. This just sort of brings all of that life right back to my hair. So I really, really love this. And I first used this up and I thought, okay, I probably don't need to repurchase. I have some other products I'm going to try to work on and use, but I ended up missing this so much. And I just felt like my ends were noticeably drier when I wasn't using this. I just put a couple of pumps of this into my hand. I'll rub it between my hands and just sort of finger comb it through my hair at the end of styling. Or if I restyle throughout the week, I will use my heat protectant, I'll style, and then I'll go in with this, and I just feel like it keeps my hair looking very smooth and shiny. The last hair care products I have aren't really hair care, they're hair color. This is from CHRISTYH. This is their Agora Royal Permanent Color. Now back in April, I took out my hair extensions, and at that time I also decided I was going to stick with the dark hair, but I also decided that since I am sticking with the dark hair, I'm going to start coloring it myself. If I ever go lighter or want to go blonde again, I will have my stylist do it, but I think as long as I'm dark, I'm just going to do it myself because I save a small fortune just coloring my own hair. So in deciding that, I also wanted to keep using the same color that my stylist uses just because I know it's high quality. I know my hair accepts it really well. This is in the shade 568, and this is just like a rich chocolatey red. So once a month, I like to go in and do my roots, and that uses about half a tube of one of these, and I use a 10 volume developer because that I think is supposed to be the least harsh. I also don't have a lot of grays to cover up, and I'm always just adding pigment to it. I don't ever need it to lift, so I just use half of one of these with a 10 volume developer. You mix it together in equal parts, and then I do my roots. And then every 6 months, I like to do my whole head just to sort of refresh everything because it will kind of fade. It's kind of like this rich chestnut brown, but it has red elements to it. You can really see the red in the sun, or if I'm standing directly under a light, you can see the red pop through, and I think it looks really pretty. But I do love this color. I love the contrast between the dark hair and my fair skin, and I like the red because I think the warmth really works well with my blue eyes. So I've really been loving this color, and I just do that once a month, and that way I never have to worry about roots. I never have to worry about getting in to see my stylist. When I was going to her regularly, my roots were always grown out and it drove me crazy. Now that I'm doing it myself, I don't have to wait anymore, and my hair always looks fresh. So I am enjoying that, and I'm of course saving a fortune. Each of these tubes is about $13, and that's a lot better than $200. So I really, really like this. I've been loving it. I love the color. Like I said, my hair is still feeling and looking healthier than it has in a really, really long time. So I'm going to keep this up. I've just been really enjoying it. I could do a video on how I color my hair. If that's something you're interested in seeing, let me know down below. I don't know how I would film that, but if you're interested, let me know and I'll try to figure something out. But I've just been loving doing my own hair, and this is my favorite color. I also finished up one of my Glamnetic brush-on nail glues. I absolutely love my Glamnetic press-on nails, and whatever they put in this nail glue is phenomenal. These will last easily 2 weeks, if not more. Now, I did just upload my Sephora recommendations video, and I got a lot of requests to do a video on how I do my press-on nails. So I did just do a new set, but I will be filming my next set that I do, so I can also film the removal process, all of the prep, and all of the tips and tricks I've learned along the way, because I've been using these for quite a few years, and I love them. So I do love their glue. I think their glue is some of the absolute best. I don't know what they put in it, but like I said, these nails will last easily 2 weeks, if not more. I can definitely get more than 2 weeks out of these. This glue is fantastic. I've already repurchased. But let's get into the makeup, because I actually finished up quite a bit of makeup. So I actually finished up 2 pressed powders. The first one is my Pat McGrath Under Eye Blurring Powder. This was in the shade Light. I really, really liked this. I thought it was a phenomenal powder, very lightweight, very blurring. It always looked so lovely on the skin, and I loved how incredibly lightweight it was, especially under the eyes. I would consider repurchasing this. I'm not going to right now just because I already have a lot of powders, and I have some that I am really, really loving. Right now, I'm particularly loving the Givenchy as well as the Lancome, and I think I like them more than this. So I'm not going to go ahead and repurchase this yet, but I do highly recommend if you're looking for a really finely milled, lightweight pressed powder that is comfortable on dry skin, that's not going to be cakey or anything like that. This is a really, really nice one. And I have a lot of the same comments from my Kosas Cloud Set. This is in the shade Airy, and I finally finished mine. I've been sort of working to finish it for a while because the clay component here is not actually glued into the packaging anymore, so it always wanted to fall out. But I also finished up this powder. This one I also loved for a lot of the same reasons as the Pat McGrath. This is also a baked powder, but it actually is a little bit more creamy feeling almost, and I felt like it was even more lightweight and airbrushed than the Pat McGrath. Again, I'm still loving the Givenchy and the Lancome, and those are kind of top contenders at the moment, so I'm not going to repurchase this right now, but I do think it's a fantastic pressed powder, and I do highly recommend if you are looking for a lightweight option to not add any weight or cakiness to the face, but just to sort of set everything down, or even just take out the tackiness from your foundation without making your makeup cakey. I think these are both great options. I finished up another of my Rare Beauty brow gel. This is my absolute favorite brow gel. I love the little wand on this one. I love that on one end you have longer bristles, on the other end you have shorter bristles, so that one side carries the product and the other is amazing for combing it through the brows. This gives me really locked in, set down brows that are still touchable and still feel like brows. So I love this one. This also never does that thing where the product balls up in the brows and you get those little white balls of product. This is just the absolute best brow gel I've ever tried. I do love the Makeup by Mario. I'm really liking the one from Make Beauty, but this one is just the best of both worlds if you're looking for that solid hold that doesn't give you that laminated brow, but still locks your brows in place, but also leaves them feeling very touchable. I think this is just the best one. I finished up one of my Alter Ego eyeshadow bases. This is my absolute favorite eyeshadow primer. There are a lot that I've tried. I've tried the Urban Decay, that's a good one. I've tried the MAC Painterly Paint Pot, that's a good one. I've tried the Milani, I really enjoyed that one as well. I really like the Sigma eyeshadow base stick. I love that. But this just locks in my eyeshadow better than anything else. I have very dry skin, but very oily eyelids, so my eyelids will eat eyeshadow every single time. But this somehow just sets the most perfect smooth canvas for my eyeshadow, and it just always looks phenomenal and stays locked in all day long when I use this. If I don't use this, I am aware. This is just the best of the best, and I've already cracked into a new one, and I will 100% repurchase when I need one. Okay, I have 4 mascaras to go through. So the first one is, of course, my YSL Lash Clash. This is just my absolute favorite mascara of all time. I love how this makes my lashes look so long and fluttery, but also super thick. This does have a fiber bristle wand, which is my preference. I just find it looks the nicest on my lashes. I do find that rubber bristle wands, if you get too close to the lash line, they just have more of a tendency to poke you in the eye and it hurts, and then it ruins everything. So I do prefer a fiber bristle wand. This one looks really massive, and it is, but what it does for my lashes, it's so good. So I love how this looks on my lashes every single time. I have already repurchased a full size, and I am very, very aware of the holiday set that contains 2 of these that I'm probably going to purchase, because this is just my favorite mascara. I have also really been loving the MAC Stack Elevated Mascara. This is another one that is a fiber bristle wand. This is the first MAC mascara that I've ever actually loved. This has a nice fiber bristle wand. It's also curved, so it really does a nice job of hugging the lashes and evenly coating the lashes. It makes the lashes look very thick, but also very long, very separated, and I think it looks lovely. This is a really, really good one from MAC if you're looking for one. I just love how thick and long my lashes look with this. This is the best mascara MAC has ever done. I have never ever liked one of their mascaras before, but this one I've been so consistently loving. I also discovered this year the Lancome Lash Idole Flutter Extension. Lancome always does a great job with mascaras. Now this one is unique because the bristles on this one are rubber, but they're so short that there actually isn't really much of a chance of them poking you in the eye. And it looks like this wand is going to do absolutely nothing, but this mascara will give you the longest, most separated fluttery lashes of your life. I don't know if this gives the best volume. I don't really find that it does, especially compared to some of these other options, but this will give you the longest, most separated lashes, and it looks so beautiful every single time. I would 100% consider repurchasing this one. And the last one is the Charlotte Tilbury Exaggerize Volume Mascara. This one I really love too. This one is also a fiber bristle wand. This is also a curved wand, so this one is going to hug those lashes and give you a really, really beautiful, very volumized lash. I find that this mascara in particular, first of all, the bottle is beautiful, but this one in particular is one of those that needs to be open for a week or two before you start really loving it. It does give a lot of volume at the root, but it does make your lashes just look super thick, but also very separated. It's never too clumpy. It just looks lovely on the lashes. What I loved the most about this mascara is, first of all, it never ever flaked or smudged, but it always looked just as good and fresh at the very end of the day as it did when I first put it on. So this one definitely holds up the best out of all the others. The others are also excellent for not flaking or smudging. If a mascara does that to me, it's out. I do not like it. So none of these do that, but this one somehow just looks incredibly fresh all day long, and it's like it doesn't break down whatsoever. It is hard to take off, but I mean, that's kind of worth it when it looks that good all day. I love this one. A foundation I finished up is the Fenty Foundation Stick. This is the Eavesdrop Blur and Smooth Tint Stick in the shade 2. I loved this. This is such a nice foundation stick. This is definitely the best foundation stick I've ever tried for my dry skin. I do love the idea of a foundation stick because I think it's less messy, it's better to travel with, I like the convenience of it, but it can be very difficult to find a good foundation stick when you have dry skin because foundation sticks do tend to err slightly more on the drier side. So these can be hard to find, but this is the best one. I've tried the Dior foundation stick and that one is almost too creamy. I find it to be a little bit heavy. It moves around too much. I've tried a lot of others and they're just always too dry. This one stays in place. It looks phenomenal. It gives me the perfect medium buildable coverage. It looks so flawless on the skin. It stays put all day. It plays very well with anything I put on top of it. It's just a fantastic foundation stick. I will repurchase this eventually. I just have a lot of foundations that I'm kind of working my way through right now. I still have this in shade 1. I find their shade range is very strange on these. Shade 1 is actually way too light for me. Shade 2 is 100% perfect. And like I said, I would 100% repurchase this. I just kind of want to get through some other things I have before I purchase more. And the very last product is a concealer that I finished up. This is the Natasha Denona High Glam Concealer. I have already gone ahead and repurchased this. It's the one I'm wearing today. I love this concealer so much. I've loved it from the first moment I tried it. It's just so good. It gives me a high, medium to full coverage, but it's very creamy, very buttery. It blends out so flawlessly. It looks so nice on my under eyes. It's not too dry. It's not too heavy. It's not too cakey. It just feels so incredibly comfortable. It stays put. It's very crease resistant. It just does everything I want it to do, and it's never too much. It's just the perfect concealer that gives me all of the high coverage without the feeling of that super intense high coverage. So I absolutely love this, and I've already repurchased, and I am 100% loving the new High Glam foundation that goes along with it. So that is it for this Empties video. These are my speed reviews of well over 40 products. I'm sorry if there were so many extra cuts in this video and it kind of looked like my position kept changing. I kept getting interrupted, my battery was dying, my camera overheated. It was a whole thing, but if you made it this far, thank you so, so much. I always appreciate you all so much. Let me know down below, what have you finished up recently? Was there anything in here you were surprised to see? Let me know that too. Are there any questions maybe you have based on some of these products I finished? Let me know. I love hearing from you guys so, so much. If you're new here, I hope you'll consider subscribing before you go. I do upload new videos every single week. Thank you again so very much for watching, and I will see you in my next one.